Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k16 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. This is the final episode of Main Event and Smackdown before TLC, and the final episode of Smackdown and Main Event in the WWE 2k16 series. We are coming to a close of the calendar year as we begin to finally prepare to move on to the new game. So, today we have Smackdown and Main Event. Next episode is NXT TakeOver. So we have an action-packed episode for you guys here today as we get ready to prepare for our upcoming pay-per-views. Tonight on Main Event, the American Alpha are up against the Hall of Destruction. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan looking to bounce back. Nakamura is up against Curtis Axel one-on-one. That should be a good contest there for Nakamura, preparing for his US title clash with Sheamus. Swagger and Fandango team up again to take on the Dudley Boys. And our Main Event, Braun Strowman goes one-on-one with Cesaro, Cesaro really looking good as of late. Can he get another victory here? Well, there you go, an upset win there, I would say, for the Hall of Destruction. American Alpha losing a couple of their last matches, just struggling a little bit since coming to the main roster. Confidence is low. Confidence is sky high for Nakamura with another victory over Curtis Axel. Swagger and Fandango secure another win for their team. So they are certainly on the rise, I guess, as a tag team. Not doing too bad. Now, Main Event, Cesaro gets the win over Braun Strowman. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with this week's SmackDown, and it's going to be Enzo Amore up against The Miz one-on-one. We can officially announce right now that the team of Enzo and Cass will take on the A-listers, The Miz and Tyler Breeze, for the World Tag Team Championships at the upcoming TLC pay-per-view. That will be a great contest between two of our best teams here on SmackDown. Enzo and Cass are new. They made a big statement already. Becky Lynch looks to continue her recent run of momentum. She got a win last week against Paige. Can she get a win over Natalya this week? The Ascension, they'll take on the Wyatt family this week on SmackDown in tag team action. Rivals will meet again. Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton will go one-on-one to settle their differences, settle the score. We have an Intercontinental Championship match. Cesaro has earned himself an opportunity. He'll be up against Neville, and the winner will walk away with the IC Championship. Now, Main Event, The Undertaker and Kevin Owens, they team up to take on Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan. That is going to be a crazy match. Enzo and Cass, can they get the win over The Miz and Tyler Breeze? No, The Miz gets the win over Enzo in one-on-one action. So that will derail their confidence a little bit just before the pay-per-view. Natalya gets the win over Becky Lynch as well. Tag team action here as the Wyatt family get the win over the Ascension. And our Main Event, it is going to be Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan getting the win over Owens and The Undertaker. Randy Orton versus Dean Ambrose. It takes place again tonight here on SmackDown just before TLC. Both men don't have a scheduled match for TLC, but I guess it's their little own TLC here tonight with Orton and Ambrose up against one another in a heated rivalry. Taking back a few weeks ago, Randy Orton defeated Dean Ambrose, and Ambrose showing little to no respect for Randy Orton, slapping away the offer of a handshake after their matchup. Orton frustrated by Ambrose's actions. With Dean Ambrose, it was his first match since coming back to SmackDown, and of course SmackDown was the show we had all of his success in his career. So I suppose to come back to the brand where it started it all, and to lose to Randy Orton was a very tough pill to swallow, and Ambrose just couldn't take it anymore. He was frustrated, he was angry with himself, and now Dean Ambrose finds himself in a situation where he's been losing week after week after week, and he blames Randy Orton for it. He thinks Randy Orton is the cause for his downfall, and Ambrose wants to beat Randy Orton once and for all to prove that he is worth and worthy of being here on SmackDown again, and can potentially become a top contender here on the blue brand once again. Many believe Dean Ambrose is going to be, I guess, the next big star here on SmackDown again. You look at John Cena, since coming from SmackDown to Raw, has had so much success. Many are kind of turning towards Dean Ambrose to try and replicate that success and do the same here against Randy Orton here tonight. This one's underway as Orton and Ambrose lock up again. One-on-one, these two men. They meet again just before TLC. A big opportunity to see where these two will go in the future. With the Royal Rumble not too far away, both men will probably be looking towards the Rumble. Both men have won the Rumble in Universe Mode. Randy Orton won Year 1's Universe Mode Rumble, and Ambrose won Year 2 Universe Mode's Rumble. So who will win Year number 3? Will it be one of these two again, or will we see a new winner? But definitely both men are looking towards the Royal Rumble, I suppose, to be a way to kind of resurrect their recent woes. Orton being kind of away from the action as of late this past few months. He's been struggling to get some matches, struggling to get some time on pay-per-view, struggling to really do much. He hasn't had a great year on SmackDown whatsoever. He's trying to start fresh in the new calendar year to make sure that he can overcome that. So a recent victory over Kurt Hawkins at Survivor Series in the pre-show really sparked him up, really kind of gave him the confidence I think he needed to transform himself back into a major star here on SmackDown again. And Dean Ambrose, obviously coming to SmackDown, losing week after week after week, has not helped him at all. Losses against Orton, The Big Show, and Bray Wyatt has really got many people wondering, well, what's going on with Dean Ambrose? Is Ambrose falling away a little bit? Is Ambrose no longer at the top of his game? Can Ambrose get back to the form that we once saw him in? Well, it was only a year ago. A year ago, where he's Intercontinental Champion, winning the Royal Rumble, and of course main eventing WrestleMania and becoming the WWE Champion. So Ambrose has fallen away a little bit, and you can see the frustration has gotten to him. You know, these losses are really starting to weigh on Dean Ambrose. We saw that really come out when he took on Randy Orton all those weeks ago. And Ambrose blaming Orton for his downfall. We'll see if he can turn things around with a win here tonight. Randy Orton has been red hot form himself. He's been looking very, very good as of late, and many believe Orton, you never know, he might be back in the world title picture before you know it. Some stiff competition right now in the world title picture, obviously, with Lesnar, Undertaker, and Daniel Bryan all wanting that championship. You throw Ambrose and Orton in the mix, and all of a sudden you've got a very, very exciting championship picture. But both Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose would love to be there. Orton now hooks the leg on Ambrose, trying to get the win here. Can't quite do it, as Orton can only get a 2 count. A kick to the back of Dean Ambrose right now. And Orton will counter Ambrose and will take down Ambrose with a leg sweep. So I guess right now Randy Orton, it's been over a year since he was the WWE Champion. You can forget when he won the championship back at the first WrestleMania in the series. So both men have won titles at WrestleMania. Quite some similar paths, similar journeys for Ambrose and Orton. So both men very alike. Randy Orton won his championship back at the first WrestleMania 2 years ago. And Orton went on to become the champion for a few months. He lost the championship to his arch rival, The Rock, at SummerSlam at the time. So Orton had a pretty good title reign, but it's been a while since he's had another one. And he would love to get another one to his name here in Universe Mode. Superplex off the top. Chance now for Orton to capitalize to beat Ambrose again. The cover here. Can't do it though, a kick out. Randy Orton looking the goods though thus far in this one. The pressure is on Dean Ambrose right now after losing some matches. All of a sudden Randy Orton getting some momentum, looking good in the early stages of this match. That can really weigh on your mind and really make Ambrose down himself. Spinebuster. Bone rattling spinebuster by Dean Ambrose. And all of a sudden Randy Orton now feeling the punch of Ambrose. And he's got him up. Oh! Connecting with the ropes on the way down to his head, bouncing off the mat. Chance now for Ambrose to take advantage. But Orton not going to try and let him do it. Ambrose, though, he's going to keep firing back with another counter and make sure that Orton's not getting any offense in here. This is Ambrose's chance to strike. But the Viper just won't let it happen. Randy Orton with an inverted backbreaker. The Apex Predator is looking good at the moment. And here comes his patented stomps. stomping away at every limb in your body, making sure your whole body is in pain. And generally, it could lead to that RKO, which will put any man away. It only takes one to beat his opponents. He knows that. Dean Ambrose has to be very, very wary of that as well. Ambrose now into the corner. Going to be picked up and struck in the corner. Now Randy Orton's going to go for it again. Another backbreaker, this time using the top rope for more leverage, a bit more height, and adding a little bit extra to that backbreaker on Dean Ambrose. More pain. And now Randy Orton just continues to wear away at the back. The knees really coming into the back of Ambrose now. Randy Orton, I think, has picked his target. He's trying to execute his game plan here. Ambrose is in some trouble, but he'll kick out at 2. Ambrose needs to shut this down immediately. Otherwise, his back will be in excruciating pain. This is the time of the year where you cannot afford an injury. With the Royal Rumble so close, an injury will take you out of the Royal Rumble match and really will stop you from having any chance of becoming a WWE champion until after WrestleMania, because only limited spots are available. Ambrose now setting him up for the Dirty Deeds. Ambrose, he's going to get it. Yes, he does. Dirty Deeds. Where did that come from? Ambrose now, the cover. But Orton will kick out at 2. Not enough done to lead into that. But Ambrose striking and just letting Orton know that he's here to fight. And Orton, the pressure was on, but he manages to overcome it. Ambrose looking good thus far, though. As now a big running strike into the corner there. This match is action-packed, ladies and gentlemen, but we have to go ahead and take a break here on SmackDown. We're going to be back right after this. TLC is coming your way next week, and the World Tag Team Championships will be on the line as the A-listers, The Miz and Tyler Breeze, defend against Enzo and Cass. Enzo and Cass got an upset victory over the A-listers a few weeks ago. Can they do it again? But this time with the gold on the line. We'll find out when TLC comes your way next week. We're back here on SmackDown, and right now Ambrose is in control. He has Orton against the ropes. Hanging Orton up on the second rope right now and striking Orton in the back. What's Ambrose got planned here? Runs with a knee right to the head of Randy Orton. Dean Ambrose needs this win. You can't come to a new brand and just keep on losing. And he can only get a 2 count there. Coming to a new brand and losing will only just keep driving you down further and further. You have to re-earn and regain the trust in the general manager. You have to prove yourself that what you accomplished on Raw, you can do here on SmackDown. And Dean Ambrose so far has not been able to do that. If he continues to lose, who knows where he could end up in the future. Although, he can use this win to drive him back into the title picture, perhaps even for the Royal Rumble. Maybe he doesn't have to compete in the Royal Rumble match. Maybe he gets himself an opportunity at the World Champion then. That's what Randy Orton's looking at. That's what Randy Orton's hoping to accomplish. Orton has Ambrose back to his feet now. Whips Ambrose into the corner. Randy Orton's going to have Ambrose up on his shoulders. Drops him off onto the turnbuckle. Bit of snake eyes action there. This time by Randy Orton. And a snap suplex to follow. Straight into the cover. Nice work, but Ambrose had the foot underneath the rope. Good sequence. Good combination there by Randy Orton. Nearly worked out quite well for him, but just unfortunately had Ambrose positioned just too close to the ropes. And again, going to keep on working the back of Ambrose. Randy Orton has a game plan. He's sticking to it, and it's working very, very well. Can it get him the win, though? Ambrose, before the break, hit the Dirty Deeds. It looked like Ambrose was going to secure a victory. But Randy Orton managed to fight through it. Still fighting now. Vertical suplex. Down goes Dean Ambrose now. Randy Orton looking just to position himself for what is to come. Wants Ambrose more towards the middle of the ring. Gonna grab Ambrose by the legs and stop him right in the gut. And Ambrose feeling that. There's no doubt about that. Randy Orton now. Gonna go for an exploder suplex. Ambrose is down. Orton is down. Who can get back to their feet first, or will Randy Orton try and get to the cover? He's going to go for it now. Back to his feet, straight under the cover of Ambrose. Can he do it here? No, he can't. Kick out at 2. Close for Orton, but not close enough. Ambrose still in this match. And Randy Orton, look out! RKO! Out of nowhere! RKO, and Orton will do it again. Another win for Orton here. No! No, it's not going to be a win. Ambrose somehow found a way to kick out. I thought for sure that was it. A second one! Another RKO! But no, Ambrose had his hand underneath the ropes. Ambrose survives again. Well, how the hell did he survive that, Ambrose? Just a bit of luck, but this time he struck to the outside of the ring. 2 RKOs in quick succession. One he kicked out of. The second, he managed to put his hand underneath the rope to force the break. Great awareness by Ambrose, or maybe it's just dumb luck. It's just luck that he fell that way. I think it's probably more the luck, because I don't think Ambrose knew where the hell he was. Orton, filthy with himself. He should have the win right now. But Ambrose survives. Ambrose striking Orton in the back, follows up into the face with a right hand. Vicious strike as Orton is taken down right now. Count of 7. Orton's got to get himself back in the ring. He will. But Ambrose may be signaling the end of Orton here. Ambrose. DDT. Not the dirty deeds, but still effective. Now, Orton trying to get back to his feet. He's dazzled. He's dazed. Doesn't know where he is. Drops to one knee. Ambrose. We know what's coming next. The kick to the back of Orton's head. Ambrose strikes. And may have himself a win here. No. Orton shrugging off Ambrose. This match has been brutal. Both men have looked good at different stages. Both men have looked likely to win this one at different times. Ambrose has managed to hang on and survive. Now it seems like he may have the upper hand here. Looking to put Orton away. Here's the cover again. But a kick out again at 2 by Randy Orton. This match continues on. The final episode of SmackDown in WWE 2k16. Both Orton and Ambrose are giving it their all. Ambrose now, look out! Dirty deeds for the second time! Ambrose connects. He set up Orton and he finished him off and finally gets the win he needs. Ambrose secures a much needed win tonight. And Ambrose can celebrate as he finally gets his SmackDown win. Oh, wait. No, he's not done. No, Ambrose is not done. Ambrose continues to assault Orton after the match. What's that all about? Ambrose won fair and square, but his frustrations have got the better of him. Continue to strike Orton. And I'm sure there'll be more to come between these two going forward. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time for our main event here on SmackDown, and it is going to be for the Intercontinental Championship. Cesaro meets Neville one-on-one. Cesaro got a nice victory this week on main event to get himself a bit more momentum heading in towards this one. But since coming over from Raw to SmackDown, many believe Cesaro has all the makings to be a top-tier star here on SmackDown. If he can beat Neville tonight, it will be his first singles championship here in Universe Mode in nearly 3 years. That is extraordinary, but that's what Cesaro faces right now. He's had tag team titles, but he's struggled to win singles matches, especially the big ones. Tonight, great chance here against Neville. Speaking of Neville, here he is, and he is our 2-time Intercontinental Champion now. Won the championship back from Sheamus at Survivor Series, where Neville was able to hang on to his spot here on SmackDown. Many believed if it wasn't Sheamus, it was going to be Neville that was heading over to Raw. Whoever lost that match was probably going to Raw. So Neville keeps the IC Championship, keeps his place here on Raw, and keeps on working his way up the ranks. Impressive title reign he had first time around. He lost it to Sheamus, who was just simply bigger, stronger, and better than him on that occasion. But Neville, he has so much heart, so much perseverance. He's a guy who is just so hard to beat. It's as simple as that. He takes so much to take and keep him down. And Neville has all the heart in the world, and tonight he's going to need it to beat Cesaro for this championship. Cesaro, mixed reactions from the crowd as of late. Some don't agree what he's been trying to do. He's been more aggressive. He's been frustrated with a lot of newcomers coming along and taking his opportunities on Raw. Now he's the newcomer here on SmackDown. So now if he's taking the opportunities away from other people here on SmackDown, I guess he's a bit of a hypocrite, isn't he? He can't really get frustrated at other people doing it. Then he's going to come over here and do it himself. Cesaro was annoyed with Finn Balor, who came along and took the Money in the Bank contract away from Cesaro, who thought he deserved to have it. Cesaro couldn't win that occasion, and Finn Balor obviously went on to become WWE Champion, which Cesaro believes that was going to be him. So Cesaro believes he should be champion right now, but he's not, of course. And then Shinsuke Nakamura came along and took away his opportunities at the US Championship. And Nakamura still US Champion right now. So Cesaro was unable to beat Nakamura for that championship when he had his opportunity. So now he's here on SmackDown trying to do the same, but this time it's the IC title, and this time it's Neville he's coming after. But Neville's no newcomer. Neville's been around for a while now, and the experience that Neville has here as one of the top competitors here on SmackDown has really served him well, with victories over the likes of Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Sheamus, of course. Neville just keeps on getting better and better every time we see him. A mishap when he lost to Sheamus, yes, but I believe Neville can come back and bounce back from this, and he's done it so far. No pay-per-view match scheduled for Neville, but a title match instead here tonight on SmackDown, just days away from the pay-per-view. There won't be an Intercontinental Championship match, but both men get their chance to showcase their skills here tonight on SmackDown. We may have ourselves a new champion just before the pay-per-view. Right hand by Cesaro, striking Neville. Cesaro now, big shot to the midsection of Neville again. Cesaro's going to use his strength to outpower Neville. Neville's quick. He's got a lot of agility. He can fly around the ring. We know that. He's a bit of a hybrid. He's got some power to him as well. But Cesaro is freakishly strong, and he has to try and utilize that to the best of his ability if he's going to win here tonight. Running cutter there by Neville. Takes down Cesaro, and now could potentially capitalize here. Cesaro's down. Neville. Sliding drop kick. Right into the head there. Baseball slide style. Right into the face of Cesaro. Very effective by Neville. Grabs the arms of Cesaro. Hits a suplex. And Neville in control of this match early on. Neville's got to hang on to this though and build to something big here. We know the Red Arrow, how deadly it is. We know what it can do. It can beat many superstars at any given time. So that's where the pressure comes in. You know, for Neville, if he can connect with that, he will win this match. Cesaro, he's going to have to be very careful of that. Because, look, you got a man flying off the top of the rope. All that force just landing on your body. Neville's not a small man. He's small in height, but he's got plenty of size to him. And when he flies down and drops straight onto you with all that force, it's very hard to kick out of. And especially if he can hold onto it. And corkscrewing with that moonsault, landing on Cesaro. Looks to try and put him away here. Here we go. The cover. And no, a kick out at 2. Cesaro, what a career turnaround this would be if he win the Intercontinental Championship here. At one period of time on SmackDown, Cesaro was actually one of the top contenders for the World Heavyweight Championship. It was over 2 years ago now, a long time ago, but Cesaro certainly has been one of the better superstars we've seen to never have won the world title. In fact, I think he might be the best, because Cesaro has always been in amongst it. He's managed to win tag titles. He's had lots of success there. But for some reason, the world title just can't come his way. And mind you, even secondary titles, such as the IC Championship or the US title, have been few and far between. Obviously, only winning the US title. And he didn't even win it. He was just given the championship as our default champion here in Universe Mode. And he lost it the next month. The first opportunity to lose it, he did. And he lost to... dare I say it, Santino Marella. So Cesaro's had a bit of a troubled time as a single superstar here in Universe Mode. He put that all away right now if he wins this championship. Here as he gets struck in the head, as he gets set down there by Neville. Did he land on the, I guess the cover of the announce table? Maybe the back did a little bit. Luckily the head avoided it. Both men back in the ring. Neville wants Cesaro to get back in. He does. And Cesaro went for that flying uppercut. Couldn't connect. And Neville now strikes Cesaro in the gut. Here's the speed of Neville coming into play as Cesaro is down. Striking Cesaro in the head. Now looks to try and beat Cesaro here. Retain the Intercontinental Championship right here, right now. And it's going to be a kick out at 2, a near fall. Not yet for Neville, but he's still getting closer and closer. Keeping the pressure on Cesaro right now. Cesaro back to his feet, striking away. Neville, look out. There's the uppercut he was looking for. Right on the noggin of Neville. And that could be it right here. Cesaro didn't capitalize though. He has the advantage. He's got the control of this match. But for whatever reason, decided not to try and win the match right there and then. I think that's a mistake by Cesaro. And that's where he's gone wrong at times. Just making those small errors. The tiniest errors can be the difference between a champion and a contender or a superstar without the title. Those small errors can cost you and can put you back in line. Cesaro thinking about his next move. Takes Neville into the corner, perhaps trying to use that turnbuckle to his own advantage here. Neville head first into the turnbuckle. Cesaro striking away in the back there with those axe handle-like strikes. Cesaro has Neville up to the top of the rope now. And we might be seeing something big here. Cesaro grabs a hold of the gut and launches Neville to the other side of the ring. Thrown across the ring off the top of the rope. And now, this could be it. No. Thought we may have ourselves a new champion, but Cesaro can't get it done yet. Neville stays in it. But Cesaro lands not his first, but his second big blow of this match. But still can't lead to the win. Cesaro now picks up Neville and drops him down for a powerbomb. Well, Neville, we know that his resilience has led him to retaining that championship and winning that championship time and time again. It's the one key feature of Neville. Neville's had his battles, certainly with the likes of Kalisto, where it looked like he was down and out. He was going to lose this match no matter what, but somehow, some way, he manages to come back, he fights through it, and manages to win the match. That's why Neville's the champion, because he's so difficult to beat. Cesaro's learning that right now as Neville kicks out again at 2. Cesaro has to find a way to expose a crack in Neville's game. Find a weakness. Find where he can beat Neville, exploit it, and capitalize and get himself this championship. But I tell you what, I don't know what the weakness is. I think out-muscling Neville would be the way to go. But Neville has another brainbuster there. Neville, he's not afraid to throw Cesaro around himself. So trying to out-muscle Neville may not be on the cards here. Neville's able to pick up Cesaro and throw him around as well, but this time Cesaro's up to the task and counters and takes down Neville headfirst straight into the mat, driven. And now Neville could be in some trouble here. Cesaro believes he could have a chance to beat Neville. Didn't think so. Kick out again at 2. Gonna do a lot more than that. You're gonna need a lot more than that to beat Neville here. He is too hard to beat. Cesaro's learning that firsthand right here. But that neutralizer may be enough. But he's got to try and get to it. Got to lead up to it. An uppercut there in the corner. Perhaps find that uppercut again, or maybe the Cesaro swing. We'll see. Cesaro, if he hits the neutralizer just on its own, it may not be enough. Neville's been one to be able to kick out. You just look at when he took on Sheamus, kicking out of bro kicks, high crosses, you name it. He was kicking out of absolutely everything. You got to lead up to it. You got to do the prep work before you can take the title. Cesaro back to his feet after getting struck with a German suplex. Cesaro, here's some power. The gut wrench. Cesaro, gut wrench suplex. Nicely executed by Cesaro. He's not going to go for the cover. He knows he hasn't done enough yet. He's quickly learned that Neville's going to take a lot more than a suplex or 2 to win. Neville back to his feet, trying to keep Cesaro off him, who's just trying to launch himself. But Cesaro catches Neville, hits the powerbomb. Neville thought about something big, but Cesaro was up to the task, countered it, takes down Neville, and now all of a sudden Cesaro is in control. Cesaro taking a breather. What is his next move? What does he do now? He's He's within a chance. He's got a chance right now to win the championship. But it's what he does in this next passage of this match is what will go down as a win or a loss. Picks up Neville, continues. Oh, he might hang on to it here. Might be going for the trifecta of gut-wrench suplexes. This is what he needs to do. Just keep on going. Keep the offense coming. Another gut-wrench suplex. Neville taken down. Cesaro. This time he may have him. This time we may have ourselves a new champion. No. Neville kicks out. And there's the frustration on Cesaro. He thought maybe that was enough. Maybe that was going to do it for us. But it's still not enough. As Cesaro again takes down Neville after the counter. Working hard. But no matter how hard you work, Neville will just continue to fight. And fight until he's got no fight left. Neville, another running cutter. Cesaro taken down. Now Neville heading to the top. What's Neville got planned here? Neville, no, gets met with the uppercut. The uppercut. But Neville had his hand underneath the rope. Cesaro makes a crucial mistake. Now that is what we talked about between a champion and a contender. A champion wouldn't make that mistake. Cesaro makes that crucial error that could cost him this championship right there. Hits the uppercut. Neville's out. But Neville was underneath the rope. Cesaro now kicks out again. This is the crucial period of this match. Neville needs to fight back. Neville was in a good position, but Neville made a mistake. He got caught out by Cesaro. Cesaro's just got to capitalize. Cesaro, scoop slam, down goes Neville. Now Cesaro's headed to the top. What's Cesaro got planned here? Neville's flat on his back. Cesaro off the top with the elbow right to the chest of Neville. But decides to take a quick breather before going for the cover though. Is he going to go for it at all? No, he's not. Another mistake, I think, by Cesaro. Neville catches him out. Went for attempted belly to belly. Cesaro not having any of it. The far bigger man, Cesaro, not having any of that as Neville's been sent in the corner. Cesaro follows it up with a clothesline in the corner. Cesaro has the legs of Neville. Stomping into the chest again. Cesaro is getting closer to this win. But he needs to find another big move or two to secure it. Continues the offense. Neville being grinded down. Worn down. Can Cesaro get himself this win? He has to work hard for it. But Neville just won't quit at the moment. Favouring that left shoulder though. Cesaro grabs a hold of Neville. Tries to pick him up perhaps for another scoop slam. Neville counters back though. And Cesaro shot to the midsection there of Neville. Cesaro, look out. German suplex. Could have Neville here. Now, wants Neville up. Thinking about a big move. Thinking about putting Neville away. Here we go. Neutralizer. Connects. Cesaro has done it. We're going to have a new Intercontinental Champion just before TLC. The cover. And now a kick out of 2. Are you kidding me? How does Neville do it? Kicks out again. Cesaro in disbelief. The neutralizer, the one move we thought he needed to win this match, he finds it. Doesn't work. Now is Neville up. Drops him down onto his back. Cesaro's going to dig deep, find something else. Nearly had this match won. Nearly had the championship in his hands. Now Neville catches him out with another running cutter. Neville, wait a sec. Quickly going to the top while Cesaro's down. Neville's about to return the favour. Red arrow. Neville's gonna steal this match. Hooks the legs, and he's got it. Neville, still your Intercontinental Champion. How does he keep doing it? How does he keep on winning these big matches? Any normal man would get beat, but Neville digs deep, finds a way to win, and retains his championship tonight. He'll have the night off at TLC, and he'll go into the new year as the champion. That's exactly what he wanted. A real test tonight, though. It was a pay-per-view caliber match, and he really had to work hard for this win. Neville retains tonight against Cesaro. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another episode of Universe Mode. This is going to be your final episode of the weekly show. SmackDown and Raw are all done with. Next up will be NXT TakeOver. That is your next episode. Then following that, it will be TLC. And then we begin the road to WWE 2k17 Universe Mode. Yes, we're doing Universe Mode on 2k17. And yes, it is going to be bigger and better than ever. Neville's still your champion. Stay tuned for TakeOver coming away very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like on this episode. I'll see you all next video.